Hi, this is take 4 of me trying to make this beginner route demonstration or tutorial or whatever. First, we're gonna make a file. I'd highly recommend you to turn up thermal capacity. You want to turn off in system because it's annoying, and I personally like to turn off the brightness, turn up the brightness because it helps a lot seeing stuff. And then we go. This video is meant to explain how to do a run of this, how to do a run of this route. I expect you to know the very basics, like basic scan dashing, ghetto jumps, L jumps, stuff like that. And those are awful targets, by the way. And yeah, I'm not gonna go over the very basics, and I'm not gonna explain all the movement techniques and stuff. That's something else. This is just on how to do a run off this route, how to be able to finish a run. And this is a modified version of the current optimal 90% route, with cutting out most of the really stupid tricks that are not beginner friendly. And for this game, you really do not want to try to jump into the hard strats right away, because you're not going to have fun with the game, and you're going to spend a lot of time on trying to get better at those really hard things and not get better at the game in general instead. Getting good at the game in general is way more important than doing all the hardest and optimal strat for everything in this game. So, I guess it's worth mentioning that this game goes by in-game time, which means that the time that matters is the time on the mission final screen at the end of the game. Most people, but not all of them, run splits, but those are really only for having a comparison. The final time on the splits does not mean anything at all. It's really just about that in-game time at the end. And in-game time basically works so that whenever you have control over Samus, your timer goes. So during cutscenes, during item pickup tasks, during pause or while you pull off the map, you don't have control over Samus, so the in-game timer is paused. So if you want to, you can pause at any point, and you will not lose any time by doing so. Nice, that was not what I wanted to scan. Okay, so coming up is Parasite Queen. Parasite Queen has a weak spot in her mouth, so she takes more damage when you hit her there. And you can either manually aim at her mouth, or you just fully scan her, and then you will automatically lock onto her mouth. Scanning is slightly slower, but it's way easier in my opinion. And then you can do rapid fire missiles, which is basically just holding up on the C-sticks and then just keep spamming missiles. You can alternatively also press missile and then A right after. That's what I usually do if I only have to shoot 1 or 2 missiles, but if you want to fire a lot of missiles in right after each other, you're usually better off just holding the C-stick. Other than that, there really isn't that much to Frigate. It's mainly just movement, minor strats here and there, but nothing really exciting. That was a good room. I usually do not get those dashes that well. I'd really like to know why you can't skip this cutscene. So here you can roll into and unmorph through that electric barrier thing. Like you kind of just unmorph when you hit it, and you'll kind of get through. And then you can target the turret here to dash off it later. That was actually a pretty decent escape for me. There really isn't much to talk about during this part, to be honest. It's just cutscenes. Okay, so now space jump first, and some dashes for style points, and obviously going fast, but mainly style points. Especially during the start section, there are like a lot of dashes that are completely optional, but they are just, you know, they're just cool. And I'd recommend doing as many like just cool dashes as you can think of at the start, just because you get better at dashes like that, and you'll have fun, because dashing is really fun. Like, just do a lot of dashes, just dash everywhere where you can think of at the start, just to get good at dashes. And then once you get a feeling for what dashes you can't do and what dashes you don't save time with, then you can start cutting some dashes. That's at least what I did, and it worked pretty well for me. And then obviously at some point later, just put more of the dashes back in, or add some new ones that you didn't do before. And here we're gonna get a missile expansion, because then we don't have to get missile launcher, because missile expansions work as well. And then here we're gonna get an E-tank. And I personally like to stand on this part kinda, because it puts you a bit higher, which makes this jump a bit easier. And then we go and get our morph ball. If you fail the dash over the fight, it's not a big deal. You can just, since you're space jump, you don't have to do the beetle fight. You can just jump over the little wall that goes up and get morph ball anyways. And then just leave. And then here we want to climb up on this tree. You can either jump on this and then jump over there, which I'm really bad at, or you can do a ghetto jump off the bottom of the tree, which is what I usually do. Just whatever works better for you. And then here in this room, we want to get close to this door and pull out the map for a short time, or just pull it out and put it away. because it makes the door open faster. I'm not gonna explain why, it's not really important, just accept that if you do that, the door opens like slightly faster. And now we're gonna go and grab our charge beam and grab this missile. And scan all the scan points. If you fall down here near the end, you don't have to go back to the start. You can do a small backup, which I'm gonna show you right after I get charge beam. You can dash off this, which is cool. Although it's like you have dashing off fully scanned targets. It's kind of weird. Most people have problems with it when they start. So yeah, if you fall down here, you can just jump on this and then jump back on top. And then here we want to shoot the safe station missile lock. It's really important that we do this. We'll need it for later. Just aim at it and shoot. And you can hear if you're hit or not by like the sound. So now we're gonna go and fight the Incinerator Drone. We like to call this guy Zoid, because the person who programmed this part of the game is called Zoid. And for this guy you can stand on top of him, but this is not what you want. You want to make sure to not stand on top of him, you want to stand on his side. Which, if the fire would go away, I could show. Nice. I hate this guy. You just jump like this. You do your first jump, wait a bit, or just jump up right away. That works as well, I guess. You do your first jump, then wait a bit, and then jump up against it. So you're like intentionally going a bit lower so you don't jump on top of it. Because if you're on top of it, you can't hit the button, obviously. And then the order of where it pops up is always alternating, and it starts at wall, then door, then wall, then door. And also, you can shoot the button as soon as it starts moving. You don't have to wait until it's all the way up. And if you don't have a charge start ready, you can just shoot a missile instead. And oh yeah, how long it takes exactly for his button to pop up is random. So it's kind of annoying. It's usually within like 10 seconds, but it's still annoying. And now we have to do the energy core puzzle, because we want to go through here later. You can skip this part by doing a kind of long and kind of complicated to learn and hard to learn out of bounds trick called IBBF or IBBFAF. But you really do not want to do that if you start out. Actually, currently I am not doing it in runs, and I have a 106. So you really should not bother with it until you actually get a good time. Okay, so we're gonna grab this missile, and then if you didn't shoot the save station before, then now is like your second chance to do it. And if you didn't do it until now, then you will be screwed later. And for this room, first I shoot those weeds, and I shoot a bit lower, because there's like a second trigger that will allow you to actually scan the rune instead of a different scan point that is on top of the rune. For some reason that's like slightly lower than the red stuff is. You can also skip doing the runes altogether by doing a bomb jump over the gate, but in my opinion that's harder, so I'm gonna show off this. And doing the bomb jump is like faster by a few seconds, although not as much as you might think, because this cutscene right now is like this cutscene only wastes real time, so you don't lose any speedrun time from doing that. And right there I did an instant unmorph by just getting my camera kind of stuck behind a wall or against the wall, and then just unmorphing, which just skips the unmorph animation, which just saves like a bit of time. Okay, so now we're gonna do Flagra, and for Flagra we want to do the first part as intended, just shoot down the mirror, then we get this cutscene animation, whatever, and then we're gonna hit the bomb slot. But for the other three, we want to actually jump against it from the outside and then lay a bomb on the outside. And basically just jump over to the corner between the tunnel and the platform where she's on and morph and lay a bomb. And you want to kind of stun Flagra in some way so that she doesn't attack you while you're dead. So I just usually shoot 2 missiles at her. 2 missiles stun her. If they hit. And you just jump over here. You can't do it on the other side on this tunnel because that leaf is blocking it, so you have to make sure that you're on the correct side when you do this. And now, you want to make sure that you fall in the water after you hit the thing, because if you don't, the root in the tunnel will hit you, and that does way more damage than the water does. The water does like 2 damage, and the root does 20 if it hits you. And also, you can shoot the mirrors instead of stunning her, which has the advantage that her, like, she does this attack, and that attack is usually not supposed to happen in the cutscene. And when you stun her with 2 missiles, it is very likely that the timing just happens so that she does this attack right as the cutscene ends, so you get hit right away. So you kind of want to, you know, you can try around whatever works for you best. I personally prefer to stun her with 2 missiles at the start, then shoot 1 missile at her and shoot the mirror for the second, and then stun her again for the last. But, you know, just do whatever works best for you. And also, it is really, really, really important that you fall in the water when you do the last one. You have to be in the water during this cutscene, because this is a requirement for the next trick we're gonna do, which is Early Wilds. Early Wild, there are different versions of doing it. This version is a safe strat, it is about a minute slower, but it is way easier to learn, and it is way less risky, because the other strat, it takes a lot of practice to do it, and it killed half my runs for like a very, very long time. And pretty much, if you fall down while doing that other strat, if you fail that other strat, you're screwed. There is no way back up. If you fall down, you're screwed. You have to reset. There is no backup. And this strat is way easier in that terms. Like, you can't really lose your run to this. Okay, what we want to do is we go over here and then we jump over here. And I found out that if you, like, you saw how I kind of let myself drop and then jump up again, so I kind of jumped at the ledge from below. I found out that makes it way easier for me to land on this, because this is very easy to fall off. This is a very small ledge for some reason, or I don't know exactly why it's so hard to land on it. And from here you want to jump over to that thing, and you want to do an L jump over, and you might not be aware of how the targeting works. You want to hold L without locking onto the thing, and to do that you just hold down L partially. If you hold it all the way down, you're gonna target. Like if you hold it down until it clicks, it targets. But if you only hold it down partially, it's just gonna do this. So you can do this without locking on. You want to kind of aim like this, and then you want to jump out and then back up. So you land on here. And you morph, lay a bomb. So you're on top of this, and then hopefully, yes, okay, land on this, and here you can just walk and jump out here. It's kind of tricky. Oh, come on. It's kind of tricky at first, but with some practice, it's really not too bad. And then now we're out of bounds. We're at the bottom of the room, and this region is called Ether, or we're standing on Ether, and you can't jump and you can't fall. Although if you morph, you're gonna fall, and until you unmorph. So you really want to make sure that you're not a morph ball while you're down here. And now we want to enter water from the side and then just leave. And this, in combination with being in the cutscene, being in the water during that cutscene, gave us floaty jump. And now, I said you can't jump, but because of how Ether works, I'm not gonna go over that in detail now. You when you're at the bottom of the room, you can sometimes get a jump by just pressing B. Like it's like there, you just press B until you get a jump. And as you saw, that jump was really, really floaty, which is why we call this floaty jump. And now you want to get up there and find like a spot where you can land on, which is kind of dumb sometimes. I haven't found the best way to do this yet. It's worth mentioning that I literally just learned this to show this. I didn't know how to do this before. Come on, give me a jump. There we go. I'm doing my second jump too early, because I'm stupid. Oh, come on. Every time. Give me a jump, game. There we go. And then you will hopefully find a spot where you can stand like this, and then you jump over here. If you get stuck here, you can just morph and use bombs to get in a better spot. Just make sure that you don't fall like to the bottom of the room while on morph ball. You can just unmorph before that. And then you want to just bomb jump up until you fall back into the room. Oh, come on. Like this. And you want to make sure that you do not touch water, because touching water will lose floaty jump. And because of that, we just, we just go up here. It's just a safer way. And then these crates always have health and missiles. And then here's where we usually do the other strat. And for this, we can just walk down to this stone and then turn around and jump back up. And what that does is we hit a trigger in this room that changes the layer of the Flogger room. And now we have the wild ghost in there, and we can get the artifact of wild. And now we want to touch water because we want to get rid of floaty, because floaty is annoying if you don't need it. And for those guys, for the first one, I like to shoot this one, because if you shoot them, they spawn slightly faster, like this. And then just shoot a charge one at this one, shoot a charge one at this one, and then go for this one. If you hit them with a charge shot like that, right as they try to go away, they will not turn invisible, and I messed it up there. Like, kind of get stunned, and you can stun lock them like this. It's kind of tricky, and it takes a lot of practice, and how the ghosts move and what they do is kind of random, so it's kind of hard to be consistent at it. But it helps you to get a lot more control in this fight. But yeah, if they do this, obviously, it's bullshit. Oh, I still hit. That is insane. There we go. That was okay fight. Not really good, but okay. And there is Artifact of Wild. Okay. You can dash off drops if there are any inconvenient spots, but can't guarantee that. Like dash off item drops, like health from missiles off the ghosts, if you get lucky and there are an inconvenient spot. And now we just go down and go to Magmoor next. So there isn't really much special nothing really special happening in Magmoor. It's just movement and dashes, some cool dashes. It's a fun segment for me, in my opinion, but there's not much to talk about. Here you shoot 2 missiles at this. You're usually supposed to use, I think, a super missile, but for some reason just shooting 2 missiles at it works just fine. Yeah, nice dash. Fun fact, shooting those things so they shooting them when they're close to you and they blow up in you actually does literally more damage than if you just walk into them normally. For whatever reason. Okay, here we want to kill this turret with just 2 missiles. Thank you. And we want to do a Ghetto jump on here to get up here, and then we jump here, and then over there, up here, and over here. Just need to make sure that you know what spots are standable and what not. And then we're gonna get an E-tank here. In optimal 90%, you actually only get 2 E-tanks, which is the one in Plaza and one later for Phendrana. But I really recommend getting this one, because it takes little time and it makes the run a lot more consistent. I'm actually gonna get another extra E-tank. Luckily, this route has 2 E-tanks that are convenient to up in within 10 seconds, I think, roughly. I don't know exactly, I never timed it. But having extra E-tanks is highly recommended when you start out, because it helps you a lot in mines. Okay, so here we intentionally do not skip this cutscene, because Samus walks forward doing this, so we wait until you see her moving forward like this, and then you skip the cutscene, because so you get some extra distance without travel distance without having the in-game timer go. And then those dashes are obviously not required, but they look cool. They're fun, but the dashes in that area are the dashes I did there are kinda tricky. I guess they're not too hard, but you can do different things if you don't want to. And then we're gonna go and get Boost Ball here. Some more cool dashes here. Those are pretty easy. And then here I like to do an R jump up here, or rodeo jump or whatever, where I just hit L and R on both jumps. Makes it a bit easier. You can do it without hitting R, but it's like you need a lot of fight for that jump, and you can barely make it with just a normal jump. And it's annoying because you can fall off very easily. Oh, nice. I have literally never done that before. Nice. Is this guy here? Yes, he is. Okay, that guy is kind of on a cycle, so if you waste a certain amount of time, he's not gonna be there. but I was so slow that he was there again, which is kind of sad. Nice, I didn't shoot the door. And now we get to watch the majestic Ridley cutscene. Okay, here's another route difference. You usually would do a wall crawl here. Wall crawl is just a different word for going out of bounds, like going somewhere when out of bounds. But we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna dash over here. I like to bend that dash down, by the way, and then shoot this, and just, you know, go through here normally. I should have morphed here. I've usually done to this part. Sorry, this is gonna be a bit sloppy. You can jump on this, and skip part of the climbing like that. Come on. That was dumb. It didn't matter. This part is kind of annoying because making it in time before those blocks respawn is kind of annoying. Especially because you can't bomb... Yeah, I'm bad. Because you can't bomb the things too fast. Because if you like layer bomb while the thing is still falling down, it's just not gonna hit it. Okay, Giga's fight. Most people use missiles for this. I personally prefer using just charge. I don't know why, it's just, I've always done it like this. And then you want to make sure that you're around this area where I am at right now. Because it will make this guy make a certain attack right away, which is what you want. You want to just morph and layer bombs, and you want to make sure that all 3 bombs hit him while he's doing that breathing attack. And then you just rapid fire missile at his like shoulder-ish. I don't exactly understand what are the specifics about where to shoot him and when to lay the bombs. I just know how to do it. It's kind of weird, but just make sure that your bombs hit him while he's doing that breathing attack. Okay, so now we're gonna do a trick called infinite speed. For that, it's really important that we shoot this door so it's activated like this, but not actually open. And then we will go over here. And there are different setups for this. I personally look at like this line on the crates, and go over here, walk off the crate, and then look at like this. Like you see the pillar on the left of the thing, and that's, I ran like slightly to the side of it. And then you morph and hold down right. And then you can see like the morph ball starts going faster, and eventually will slow down and just alternate between 2 separate frames. And if it's doing that, like it's doing right now, then you know you're doing it correct. Basically, what I guess is, it's a trick that makes a value overflow. It's kind of something related to your speed. I don't know exactly. It makes it like it's just basically you just have a value in the game that goes so high that the game can't handle it properly anymore. And that has a neat effect. That is that whenever you boost, you hit everything that is currently loaded, which sounds really weird, and I don't understand why, but it's how it works. And it allows you to collect items by just boosting. And this also means that you will take damage because you also hit enemies. And also, if you do this too much, really weird things can happen and your game can crash. So you want to be really careful with where you boost. And also, if you're unmorph, you get a really glitchy visual bug thingy, which we call light show. Okay, so you saw my morph ball turned blue, and this means I got it. And then you bomb jump up here and go through the door. This is why we had to shoot the door before, because we can't unmorph. And then we boost here and we got Artifact of Sun. And as you saw, I took some damage by doing this because there are enemies in this room here. So yeah, as I was explaining, don't unmorph because you'll not be able to do anything. That light show stays. Like we call that glitchy animation, we call that light show, and that actually stays. There isn't really a way to get rid of it other than entering a cutscene. And also boost once here because that gives you a free missile. But if you boost too much in this area, you have a good chance of crashing. And then you can boost in this tunnel if you want to. You do take some damage, so you have to take account for that. And there is a very small percentage that the game crashes. And then you want to unmorph into this elevator, so the cutscene takes over. Because that's how you can get rid of light show. You get into a cutscene. And now everything's back to normal. Oh, nice, I got that instead of morph. No, it was bad. Stupid turret. Okay, so here we want to dash off the puffer I killed on accident. Nice. There's a separate one. You can climb on that monitor like I did to make it a bit easier to get some extra height. You really don't have to. I usually don't. But if you have problems, like, you know, if your dashes are really bad, then climbing on that monitor makes it a lot easier. Also, if you really can't do that dash, you can also just use the boost slot and go around, but that's slow. Nah. The game tried to eat my jump there. I missed. Usually you want to shoot those boxes and dash off the drop they give you. They always drop something. But I missed, because I'm good at aiming, because stationary targets are impossible. I need just boost through there because, you know, we have enough health, we can do that. It's not a big deal. Oops. Just grabbing that missile. You can also grab this missile later, but I usually grab it now. And we're just gonna climb up Root Cave. You can jump on this. You don't have to, but it's faster to do so. You can also just go around, obviously. I should switch to power, I'm stupid. Oops. So now we're going back to Chozo, and we're going to grab Life Giver, Artificial Life Giver, a Power Room expansion, and our Ice Beam. Because we need those things, obviously. And now we can just boost everywhere, because, you know, we have boost. Like, usually, if you don't know how to do something in a room, just try it if you can, like, boost through it easily. That's usually somewhat fast. So you jump on that branch, and then you can get this missile expansion. It's one of the slower missiles to get. And you usually shouldn't have issues with having too little missiles, but if you want to be safe, you can. Okay, so then we want to dash over there. It's a pretty easy dash from up here. Just dash over here. You can almost make it, or I'm pretty sure you can make it without even having to do your second jump. And then we just go down here, and we're gonna do an underwater Getter jump here to get up there, because you're not supposed to get up here without gravity suit. But Getter jumps underwater give you a lot of height, like you saw there. Like, you just get boosted up super high for whatever reason. It has something to do with how the water physics work. just gonna leave. No hole in one, not even close. Okay, so now we're gonna go and get our early power bomb, and for that we're gonna do another infinite speed glitch, because there's a power bomb expansion here in Magma Pool. And for that we get in this corner over here, want to stand on this part in this corner, and then just look at the grapple point and morph and hold down left. This one's way more lenient for the setup. The other one is a bit more precise, but this one is really lenient to set up. And then we're just gonna sit here again and wait and keep holding down left, and yeah, exciting. It's pretty impressive that this still saves time, because this is a really slow way to get a power bomb, but it's like the only convenient way to get it before the end of Chozo, and it allows for a really neat route. It like sitting in a corner for a minute to get a power bomb really is still worth it. That's how much time the early power bomb at this point saves. There we go. I just boost here once, and there's our power bomb expansion. Now you don't want to boost during those rooms here, because your camera will go completely crazy and be stuck. But what you can do is you can go over here, and you see how the camera goes up here? Now if I unmorph here, you get this, which is light show. And if I morph here again, because the camera is scripted here, I can actually remorph and get rid of light show. Usually, if you get light show, unmorph and get light show, and remorph, you're still gonna have light show just in morph, so it doesn't help. But if you do it during that section, you can get rid of light show, which allows you to boost everywhere, because now you don't have the infinite speed effect anymore. You do still have light show though, so if you're on morph now, you're still gonna have this glitchy camera. And what I did there in the room where we scanned the ruins earlier with the water, it's just, I just laid 3 bombs really fast after each other. You literally just press A 3 times, it's really easy. And now we take that save station, because that's a cutscene, so that gets rid of light show, and now we can unmorph and play the game normally again. I hope I didn't rush that too much. Basically, short form, just unmorph while the camera is in that fixed state and remorph, and then you can boost how much you ever want. Nice. I don't think I ever fell down there like that before. That's impressive. Guess we're gonna get another extra E-tank here, because this one takes little time to grab if you have boost. And we're going past this anyways. Oh, come on. Now, you have to get up the spider track, and what you do is, you walk on the side of it and just get an angle, like just play with your angle until you get one that kind of gets you up, and then you can just jump like I did. Like, you don't have to go you can also just go all the way, like walk all the way up, but if you're slightly up, you can just jump up. And then I kind of get on the side, morph, and then switch between up left and up right, and kind of wiggle myself in the hole. Okay, so this is crossway. We have to get across this. We could just use boost ball. You can dash over it. That's what I used to do. Or you can do an art jump over it, which is what I do now, which is the fastest, like that. Now we have to skip spider here, so you jump on that peg and jump on top of this and activate the puzzle, and then we have to kill the ghost. This ghost is really annoying to fight because he's always like you can't. It's hard to combo him because he always clips into things. Because the ghosts just like to go through walls and stuff. Okay, now we want to get up to the bomb slot. You can just go up there normally. You can also do a ghetto jump off the statue, but this ghetto is kinda annoying. So, and it doesn't save that much time. So if you really can't do that, then just, you know, go around. No, don't unmark, I'm stupid. Okay, so now we want to get on this stone toad, and then you do a ghetto by just jumping sidewards and then go forward. That just gives you some extra height. And here during this cutscene, you hold down on the C stick because it will make the beam switch during this part of the cutscene. And that allows you to shoot that door a bit earlier since you don't have to wait for the beam to transform. And then you don't have to shoot that missile now, but I just like to do it now. It doesn't matter if you do it now or later. But yeah, the entire reason why we don't skip the Ice Beam cutscene is so we can have Ice Beam equipped slightly earlier so you don't have to wait for the transformation. It saves like, I don't know, like half a second, probably less than that in game time, and wastes like 8 second RTA, but RTA doesn't matter. Okay, so here, just jump up here, and then I like to ghetto off this and jump against like that part of the spider track there, because it kind of stops you from falling down. So you land on this, and then just go up here, and then there's this platform right above you, so you have to jump out really far before you like go up. So you have to just make sure that you jump back really far before you jump, do your second jump and jump forward again. And then this half pipe is super annoying. Everybody hates it. You want to get the missile on top of it. I guess I'm gonna get it now. In theory, because you can do that before the next room finishes loading, but obviously the way I did it right there, it's not worth it. I actually skipped that missile for a very long time just because it's really annoying to do that half pipe. But yeah, here's our extra visor. Now we need another power bomb. That guy always drops one. You can just lay it wherever you want in this room, it will always blow up the walls. Now we hit the underwater spinner to get the artifact. So now we got a leaf life growth, and you can do a small getter off the ground there, or you can just jump on this thing normally. I personally think it's easier like this. It's really stupid to stand on this, as you can see. This thing has really dumb collision. Please. Okay, now we want to jump over there. What you want to do is, you want to do an R jump. I am good. You want to do like an R jump. And I just hit L and R on both jumps, like at the same time. It gave me a lot of problems at first, but it is really just you just jump and you just hit L and R on both jumps. That was great. Yeah, there's a reason why I do not like that half pipe at all. Yeah, now we just leave again. We just need X-ray because we need it for beating a Mega Pirate later. We're gonna, yeah. That's one of the reasons why the early power bomb saves so much time, because you can get X-ray now right after you get ice. So you don't have to make a second trip here. So this door takes a while to load, so if you didn't shoot the missile lock before, you can just unmorph, shoot it now, and morph again. You can, oh I got it. You can shoot that door while jumping over there, which saves a bit of time. It's kind of tricky. And then here you can just dash all the way across, crash Frigate. Yeah, I did. Nice. Taking the safe at the ship doesn't waste time and gives you full energy and missiles and power bombs, which is neat. And now we're going back to Root Cave and going back to Magmoor. So if you didn't get this missile earlier, you probably want to get it now. This is a pretty fast missile to get. Okay, so coming up, this Magmoor segment is a bit trickier than the first one, I guess. It's really not too bad, but we're gonna have to get past Twinfire's tunnel without Spider. And for that we'll have to do a small dash that is kind of weird, which is right here. So we jump over here, and I like to get to the top corner of the standable spot, and then I move slightly down and slightly to the left. And then you aim up here and dash and just hold down during the dash. As you can see, this dash is really lenient. I made it all the way over here. It's not a hard dash, but it's sometimes really hard to just get the dash. Sometimes you're just gonna fall off without being able to dash. And I fixed that by doing the position as I explained, just moving a bit to the side and a bit down. And then these dashes are obviously just for, being fast and looking cool. They're completely optional. Okay, so Gear Thermal Core. I want to jump on this rock, and then jump over here. And you can either jump to the platform from here, but it's kind of tricky. You can also just jump on this, and then just L jump over, which is easier. And then you just hit the boost things on those. Why does everything has to happen so fast in this game? It makes it really hard to explain things, because they're over in 2 seconds. Okay, so here, we don't have spiders, so we have to just jump up here. We do a little ghetto jump off the spider track there. It's not hard. And then here, We obviously don't want to go all the way around. We can't, obviously, since we don't even have spider. So we just jump over here, and then we do a ghetto jump here. And I personally try to get over this thing, like this, because it makes it easier in my opinion. And then I try to be like on the outside half of those things, because it makes it easier to do that jump. I always hit my head on something if I did it closer to the wall. And then yeah, that's geothermal core. You want to make sure that you like feel good about these jumps, because falling down here is not fun. You want to make sure that you know how to do that room. And here you can just shoot this guy and go over him. You can also jump past him, but that's a kind of tricky jump. Or not that hard, but whatever. And then you just boost here. You do a small ghetto jump off the ground there to get on that pump station thing. If you can't do that and you can just go up normally, that's not a big deal at all. And then we're going to Phendrana. Okay, so again, we'll have to skip Spider Ball, which is really easy for this one. You just jump on this thing, and then just jump over there, and that's it. It is as easy as it looks. It's probably easier than it looks. I want you to jump down here. You want to make sure that you don't do your second jump too late here, because after you're folding for a certain amount of time, you'll lose your space jump, and then you just fall, which is annoying. Okay, so Frost Cave. There are multiple ways to do this room. You can dash from this thing all the way to the door right away. You can also dash up here and then jump around here, which is slower but way easier. And then to kill this guy. If you fall down, you can do like an R jump from here, just like before. Just hit R and L on both jumps and just jump up there. Then here you want to kill both pirates with plasma. Like a charged shot just kills them. And then jump over here, and then again do like a rodeo jump over here. And you saw how the game kind of put me to the side. You want to wait until that happens, and then you want to just get a jump off the branch to get on top of this. That's a kind of weird jump, but you'll get used to it. It's not too bad. And then you can shoot this door through the wall and just lay a power bomb and then get Artifact of Spirit. And now we want to get the power bomb expansion here. We don't have to technically, but you kind of want one. I've seen someone jump on this thing and then jump over there. You can also just R jump over. This is a really easy R jump. And so power bombs. We need one power bomb when we leave Phendrana. What we can do is we can just farm for a drop in labs and don't get that expansion. But this route is gonna go and fight Thotis, and it's really useful, not required, but really useful to have a power bomb for Thotis. So we're gonna try to get an extra one. Okay, so here I like to go close to this wall, dash off this Metroid, bend it upright, not Metroid, glider, and go all the way over there. That's kinda tricky. You need a kinda decent dash for that. So oh nice. You don't have to do that. You can just, don't dash at all, or just dash to a closer platform. And then you probably want to kill the Hunter Metroid if you do that, because that guy is a dick, and he will mess you up. Okay, labs. So as I said, you want to look for a drop here. You want to look for a drop here. There are multiple places where you can get one. I'm going to show them once we get there. Usually, like in the fastest route, you skip the power armor expansion and just farm your power bomb drop somewhere on labs. We don't have to do that since we have a power bomb, since we got the expansion, but we still want to have another power bomb for Thotis. But if we don't get one, we're, Unlucky, but not a big deal. Okay, this room. This next room has a pirate and a glass wall. And the only thing that can break that glass wall is that pirate. We call that pirate Edward. And sometimes he doesn't want to jump through that glass. And I found out that it has kind of something to do with how fast you like move at the start of the room. So what I do is I shoot the door, and there are crates above this door. And I shoot the door, then I shoot the crates, and then I jump up. I could also jump up and shoot the crates while I'm jumping, but if I do that, I am too fast, and he will not break the glass almost every time. So just do it like this. Then you jump up here, jump here. Now you hear them break the glass up there, and you know, just go up. So basically, if he doesn't break the glass for you, sometimes you want to try to either go a bit faster or go a bit slower on the way through the room from the start. Like, I know some people wait a bit at the door and do the rest of the room a bit different. Also, you can drop a power bomb, but that's like the first spot where you can get a power bomb drop. Okay, control tower. This is where we have most of chances of farming power drops. This crate can drop one, and all the other crates as well. For this, you can, like, that hit, wow. You can just snipe the gas tanks like that from jumping over there. It's kind of tricky. It isn't too hard. It doesn't save too much time, so if you're bad at it, you don't have to do it, obviously. And then, I don't exactly understand how picking up the artifact while boosting works. I just boost while I'm close to it. But I don't know how that works, actually. I'm just do it. And then here, you want to be careful that you don't get too close to the other door, because there's a fight trigger there. And then, you can shoot boxes for power bomb drops. Those boxes can drop, every box can drop them, but there are boxes, more boxes. There's one. And I think I'm getting really unlucky, am I? Yes, I am. Nice. You can shoot that one as well, if you can hit. Oh, that's great. Well, good thing that I got that power bomb expansion. If you don't want to... This is where you shoot the missile if you don't want to do the snipe, by the way. You just shoot that glass with plasma. So I didn't get any power bomb drops, did I? I shoot every single crate in this goddamn room and I did not get a power bomb drop. That is really rare. That usually never happens. Yeah, I didn't get one. Oh, that's great. So, that is like, I think the second time that actually ever happened to me. I can try my luck here, but... No. Missile. Oh, also there's another E-tank you can get here if you really need to, but... I don't know. Oh, come on, I want a power bomb. I don't... Guess I'm gonna fight Thotis correct the normal way. Cool game. You have a power bomb. That's not a power bomb. I really like a power bomb. I really don't want to fight Thotis the normal way. But yeah, now you scan all the things. You want to make sure that you don't get thermal before you go up, because if you get thermal, the room with Edward changes, and then Edward isn't there anymore, but the glass is still up. And since Edward is the only thing that can break the glass, you can't get through that room from this side. This game is mean. I think that's the first time I did not get a power bomb like at all. I got one like really slow, like really late after farming for a pretty long time, a couple of times, but not getting one at all was the first time ever. I like to kill this guy because he likes to knock you off, and then you can just go through that morph tunnel, or you can dash off this parasite. Get up there. And then you want to get this E-Tank on the way out. I can't believe I did not get a powerbomb drop. This is insane. And now we're gonna go and fight Thyrtis. Those crates here are always missiles, by the way, so there's like no point in even checking them. Unless you need missiles. And then, yeah. Thyrtis, everyone hates him, he's a bad boss. Even worse without a powerbomb. You just use thermal and plasma and kill him. There isn't much to it. You can snipe him while he's rolling like this, which you want to do. Fuck you. Why? That was awful. I didn't even hit a single shot. I'm just gonna do this fun attack. I'm just gonna bunny up in circles for a while. Where did he go? There he is. Where's that rock? That rock is so hard to hit while he's rolling. This one's really easy to hit though. I say as I miss. Come on, don't... I hate you. Nice instant morph. He does that sometimes and I have no idea why. Okay. So this is where you would lay a power bomb. If you have a power bomb, you get close to him. Or if you have two power bombs, that is, because you need one after. And when the lightning hits the ground during that attack, you light a power bomb. Like now, you would light a power bomb and then you would be dead. But since we don't have a power bomb, we can't do that. What you can do is for this, you can lay bombs in his way, and that will immediately like unlock his weak spot. So you don't have to use normal. And then you just shoot him until he's dead. Come on, that should have hit. There we go. Bad boss. That was a terrible boss fight. So yeah, you can skip Spider Ball, but for this route you really don't want to. Not when you start out, at least. Grab this health. It's gonna be useful. Where we're going next. And then yeah, now we have Spider Warrior. Interesting combination. You usually never have that in the speedrun, because 100% has gravity suit before it gets Spider, and 90% usually doesn't get Spider. I'm dumb. And you can mesh R on Spider tracks to like go a bit faster. and we go back here and go down to Magmoor. Now there's a safe station right behind you when you come down here, which you can take to refill health or just do a safety save before and after Phendrana. Okay, so now we're heading to Mines, and conveniently there's an entrance to Mines right here, just over here. And now here we need our power bomb, and we need another one after, and this guy always drops one, but sadly he's behind the rubble, so, you know, if you don't have one here, farming for one is really dumb, because there's, like, not really a good spot to farm one in Magmoor. So you really want to make sure that you either get the power bomb expansion or get the drop in labs. Okay, Phazon Mines. Phazon Mines are dumb. They're arguably the worst part of the game, kinda, for speedrun. They're interesting, but they're also hard. They like to kill your runs. I like to freeze this turret, and then jump down to the door. And this is why we need the other power bomb. Now we just want to boost into this trigger and activate the fight. And I want to skip the fight. And for this, we jump up on this thing here. Like, we just jump on this thing and then jump on top. And then we jump over to this. We just do an L jump, and then you kind of like go backwards diagonally, like just go down leftish, because there's like some invisible collision that blocks you if you try to go to the side straight away. It's a really easy skip. For this room, you can try to land on one of these monitors, because those guys don't trigger if you do that, and they just stand there. And this room takes a while to load, so you can do that without wasting time. Okay, Elite Pirate. Why is everything always happening like so short after each other? Elite Pirate. When you fight elite pirates, you want to make sure to stay to their side. You want to make sure that you're never straight in front of them. You want to never be in the direct line of sight. If you go in front of them, no matter for how short, like, you can go past them as fast as you want. If you're in front of them, they will see you, and you want to avoid that. Because if they don't see you, so if you just stay to the side of them and just keep strafing, they will just stay in place and just strafe and not attack, so you can just spam missiles at them until they die. So yeah, just be sure you're at the side of them when they come, and then just target them and walk sideways, and never like go to the other direction, because then you're gonna go in front of him, and then he will see you, and then he will stop doing that turning and will do his attacks, and then you have to fight him normally. There's no way to get him back in that state. Okay, so this fight is really easy, because you have X-ray. And I still managed to mess it up. That's impressive. Wow, could you please hit? Thanks. Okay, Power Bump Maze. There are 300 different mazes. They go from... The shortest maze is 15 squares, the longest is 55. It's random which one you get. This maze is also made by Zoid, so we like Zoid. Cool guy. No, he's actually a cool guy though. So he actually talked to speedrunners, but you know, he likes random things, and we don't. You also want to make sure that you don't bounce into too many walls, because you take damage while you do this. Like when you hit walls, you take damage. That was not too terrible for maze actually. And You probably want to save before you continue. There's a save station right behind you. Like right there, that ice store, that's a save station. And then you want to draw up these crates, because those crates always drop power bombs, and you want power bombs. And then here, you can just boost past the turrets. You can also use the tunnel under the floor if you are really bad at boosting past them or something. But yeah. And then here, this is MQB. This is the start of lower mines, pretty much. And at the start of this room, there are behind this thing. There are these two crates, and those will always drop missiles. So if you need missiles, you can blow those up. If you get a lot of extra missiles, you probably won't have to do that ever. But you know, if you start skipping missiles, that's where you can get some. And then here, we just use X-ray, go over, hope to not get wrecked by Metroids. Just freeze them if they annoy you. And then since we have Spider, this room is super easy. You can just do this. I'm not going to show off how to skip Spider. I originally wanted to do that, but it makes everything just really messy to explain. Because I'm explaining too many things at once if I do that. So I'm just going to do all the Spider strats for now. And I don't know, maybe I'll make a separate video on how to skip Spider in lower mines. Okay, so this is Fungal Hall A. Terrible room. Terrible, terrible room. Has Hunter Metroids. Every room with Hunter Metroids is terrible. You want to make sure to kill them. Power bump. Because they're annoying. And then you can either R-jump from that platform over there, or you can just dash from here after you kill all the Metroids. I really recommend you, whatever you want to do, kill all the Metroids before you do it, because they will most likely wreck you otherwise. And then this room, Fungal Hole B, another terrible room. I like to shoot this Metroid, dodge this one, shoot this one, and then dash off this one over to the mushroom, and then you can go over here. If you fall down, there are multiple backups. First of all, you can jump up on this part and then jump up on this mushroom and just go over here again. Or go and die. And you as well. Oh, come on. Please die. Please just die. You can get this missile down here if you're all the way down here. And you can do a ghetto jump from the side to... Oh. Ow, go away. To get up there again. Okay, this next room. This next room is called MQB. There are a bunch of different ways to do this. One is you just boost and dash off a pirate to the other side. That strat's kind of risky and pretty hard. You probably really don't want to do that. The other way is what I'm gonna do. You probably want to do what I do, but you want to kill the pirates. I just do the same thing. I just do it fast and don't kill the pirates. So, jump up here, then jump over here, and then jump on this platform. From here you can just jump over the pit. And I like to R-jump over the pit, because if the pirates hit me mid-jump like they did right there, they can't knock me away, because doing an R-jump locks my momentum. So yeah. You saw me shoot those crates. You usually do that and just suck in the drops with charge. You probably want to also take the save station when you start, just for safety, because it's really easy to die to Mega Pirate. But you don't have to take the save station, obviously. You can just go for the drops and go up. And you can just jump over this guy, or nod, whatever. And then we go into a Mega Pirate. And I already made a separate video for a Mega Pirate. I'm gonna link this, because this is too much to explain while doing it right now. So I'm just gonna do it and not explain what I'm doing. That was late, I think. That was early, impressive. I'm very good at this fight. Okay, got lucky. There we go. Again, I made a separate video that explains very in detail how to do this fight. I really recommend watching it, because this fight can be really frustrating. It took me a while to learn, and it's really easy to mess it up, and if you mess it up, it's very easy to die. And it also wastes a lot of time if you fuck up the one cycle. So yeah, for this fight, really understanding how it works is the important thing, so I'd really recommend that video, even though it's a bit long. After that, you should know everything that is important. So yeah, I like to. If you use a charged shot, you can shoot that door from the far side, from far away, because charged plasma shots go way further than uncharged. And now we're just gonna go back and get Artifact of Newborn. Do some fancy dashes. Come on. What am I doing? I'm sabotaging myself. There we go. Then we'll just do this room again. There's nothing really special about this room. It's like the same as before, except the Metroids are in slightly different spots, like that, which makes it a bit annoying sometimes. Now, a different way to do this room, which is way easier when the Metroids are here, is just boosting here, dashing off this Metroid, and just bending it. Yeah. But again, you can just do what I did before. You can just jump up, just climb onto the spider track and go over. You can also actually use the spider track since you're half spider if you want to. Actually, I completely forgot about that. And then here, this dash is obviously also completely optional. It's kind of scary because if you fuck it up, you fall down, and that wastes time, but it's kind of cool, and it's not that hard. And then you get this E-Tank since it literally wastes time to skip it. Okay, so now we're back to Phazon Processing Center, or short PPC. I want to climb up it again. I like to shoot that turret with a fully charged plasma shot. Fully charged plasma shots will kill turrets, and then I kill that plasma trooper as well. And you just jump over here, jump over there, and there you go. I'm probably not doing that too fast, actually. Okay, I'm gonna skip this guy again, but this time we don't want to trigger his fight, because we want to leave the other way. So what we do for this is we go up here, and then we jump on... Nice! We jump right into his trigger. I'm gonna do this again just to show it off. Oh, come on. That's the first time I fucked it up like that in a while. What I'm doing right now, I'm just imagine that the last like 30 seconds didn't happen. I'm just gonna unload the rooms so I can skip them again. Okay, so just imagine I just came from here. Okay, so get up here, walk against this, then jump up. Make sure that you're at the very edge of this so you don't trigger the fight because the trigger is right in front of you. And you jump up, jump to the side, and then once you're at your peak at your jump, you go over, and that's it. There's also a different strat which is a dash, which I'm gonna link as well. And then yeah, there's a missile you can get if you really need one. And then also, these crates here drop missiles, so you can lay a power bomb, boost into the elevator, and just get the drops with charge beam. You need 24 missiles at this point to kill the Phazon Elite, so obviously 45 is a bit overkill right now. And then this room is the reason why we get Spider Ball. You do not want to do this room without Spider Ball, trust me. You can, but it is not fun. And I'm not gonna go over how to do it, because yeah, it's really not something you want to be bothered with when you learn a game. Oh, I have Spider Ball. Same thing here. This room isn't as bad as the other one, but it's also kind of annoying to do without Spider. And then in this room, I like to shoot with plasma shot and kill the one turret right as I enter the room. And then I line up with this line on the ground and get into this wall, because there's a wall in front of us, because we're entering this room from the wrong side, and you just get stuck into it and just keep boosting in a rhythm until you get through, and you hit this spinner. You have to hit it twice. Oh, I think that was too much, actually. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever. But you shoot the laser, because we have to leave through that way as well. And then I like to shoot that turret as well, and where are you? There. Where are you? Come on. Whatever. You boost through the thing, you hit the laser, you kill the things down here, and you just lay a power bomb here. Basically. And then you just... This guy works the same way like every other Phazon Elite. Just, Phazon Elite. Elite Pirate. Just go to his side, keep strafing, shoot missiles until he's dead. And then you want to be careful with this cutscene and this cutscene, because you can have them overlap just by scanning the scan point right as the fight ends. But depending on how you do it, you can skip the platform lowering. So if you do it in a bad way, you can have the platforms not be lowered at all, and then it's really hard to get back up. So I usually just wait until the first cutscene is over and then I scan the thing. And I'd also recommend you to kill all the turrets. And then to get back up, I like to jump on this and then just L jump over here, jump up, and jump over. That's a pretty easy jump. It looks kind of scary because the spot where you land on is really small, but it's actually really easy. And then this room. This room's kind of dumb. This room's kind of hard, probably. Especially since we have Metroids annoying us. Which make this even more annoying to show, because can't sit around in one place very long. But yeah, okay. What you want to do is you get on here, and then you jump up here. And you can only stand on like this spot. I try to land around this corner here. This is where you can stand. You cannot stand on this part. You're gonna just fall off. So you want to make sure you're like around this corner. And then I do a ghetto jump off this pipe to get up. So I just jump sideways for a bit and then up to get up here. And I kind of kill the Metroids on the way as I go. And you want to jump from here to there. And that ledge is really annoying and makes you fall down a lot. And I didn't find out, but how I do this is I jump and I let go of L before I go against that ledge. So I just let go of L and just don't repress this until I land, because that makes you able to land on this really easily. I don't know why, but just don't hold L when you land on that. And then, okay. And then this is the last jump. This jump is the hardest and the most frustrating one, because it's really weird and you fall all the way down if you fail it. I line up with this thing and stand on this, not very precisely, and like roughly aim at the hologram, and then I just jump at it, and on my second jump I let go of L. Just like that. So get on here, look like this, jump, let go of L. And then go to the top. And yeah, we just go here and we can dash off this turret. Oh, come on. And then we're done with mines. Okay, so now there's not much left. We only have 2 artifacts left. We have to get Worlds and we have to get Truth, which is right before Ridley. I am smart. Don't do that. That's not smart. I can't believe I did that. I don't think I've ever done that before. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I have done that before. Get up there. Of course, I had to do something insanely stupid doing this. You can jump right over there, just from here. You can also just jump on the 3rd platform and go up there. It's not a big deal. And then there are some dashes, because dashes are fun. Please. Ugh. Movement is hard. So we don't have to fight these ghosts, we just want to hit that plasma slot and bomb it to get to World. And you can like use L to turn your camera here while you roll down, which gives you an instant amorph if you do it correctly. It's a really minor time saver, but yeah, I press L to turn my camera there, and that kind of works. What? Okay. Again, the scatter jump is still kind of dumb, so if you can't do that, then just go up the normal way. And you can also just go up on that stone toad again, but using this one is slightly faster, but you have to hold back like really soon after doing, like after the start of your jump, to not hit your head on the platform above you. And now we just leave through this again and go back to our ship, refill last time, and then we're gonna go fight final bosses. Ooh, I hit the door again. Oh, come on. So yeah, going to the ship again gives you full health, full missiles, full power bombs. And then now we go to Artifact Temple and get to fight really fun final bosses. Not gonna lie to you, prime final bosses are annoying. They don't matter too much when you start, but once your time gets a bit lower, they can really be really frustrating, because there's a bit of random to all of them, and there's a lot of execution to all of them, so it's like being consistent at them is hard, and there's a lot of them you can lose on them. But yeah, that really only matters once you like don't have ridiculously high time saves everywhere. And this door takes forever to load. So first phase, for really first phase, you just shoot him with plasma. Just charge plasma shots. So there are two things here. First, there's a thing called flyby skip. I have no idea how it works, but it skips this phase where he flies past you hundreds of times. And the second thing is meteor boost, where you basically like hit him with boost ball while he's flying. Meteor boost saves some in-game time, but only in-game time, no RTA. Nah, missed it. It wasn't even close. But yeah, it's not important. The important thing is, once he lands, you want to boost into his chest like this, because that will do a lot of damage to him. And the reason for that is that boost ball does a lot of damage, and it does it per frame. And for some reason, really, it's just is not invulnerable to that, to boost ball during that phase. And now this phase is annoying because now you want him to not do this attack, so you can stun him and shoot missiles. You want to do like those attacks. Those attacks are fine. If he gives you the other attack, which is where he dashes, you can snipe his mouth by manually aiming, but it's pretty tough to do that consistently. I'm somehow actually... That was awesome Ridley fight. That was way better than my average Ridley fight. But yeah, he likes to do that dash attack, and if he does that, you can try to manually aim and snipe his mouth, but manually aiming in this game is hard, and the timing for that is also not that easy. It's not too precise, but in combination with having to aim manually, it's kinda tricky. It takes some practice to get good at it. And, you know, if you don't hit the snipes, there is much you can do other than trying to dodge dashes and just hope that he does a different attack. So yeah, that can be annoying. But, like, if you're good at the snipes, you're not really gonna lose much time to that. But if you don't, you can lose a lot of time to just getting bad RNG and getting a lot of dashes. So it really is annoying. But yeah, Impact Crater. I always hated this area. I'm gonna show off a different strat than what I usually do. This is what I used to do, which I found easier than what I do now. This is quite a bit slower. I don't know how much, but you kinda do the start of this room as intended. And you have these fission Metroids, and those guys are pretty annoying, but you can use them to dash and then get up here, and then skip like a big part of the room. And what you can also do, which is faster, Or actually, let me kill the Fission Metroid first. We can just... The easiest way to kill those is just to lay a power bomb. What I do is, I line up with like this texture line right here, like this line. And then I get to jump off it and jump on this. And then I walk a bit forward, jump up here, and fall down. This is why I don't like this. Jump up. Come on, please. What do you... This has really weird collision and I still don't fully understand it. Yeah, okay. You jump on the first thing with one jump and then you jump on the second one with a space jump. And then you just go up. That ghetto is really weird, and that collision there is even weirder, so... You know, if you really... Like, I'd really recommend trying it, but if you really can't do it for the heck of it, then you can do what I showed first. Okay, Exo. Exo is... dumb. Because he's annoying and he's random. You want to always hit him with charge shots, because those do more damage, obviously. And you want to dodge his attacks. If he does this later to the attack, I recommend you trying to jump over it instead of trying to dodge it to the side. And then if you get close to him, he always does this like melee attack. And you can jump over that as well, and then go like a bit backwards. And if you just stay close to him, you can, like this, just manipulate him to just do this attack. Which is nice to get the fight a bit under your control. And in general, there are 4 subchambers. That was the first one. The first one is always Power Wave in any order. The second one is Power Wave Ice in any order. The third one is all 4 in any order. And the fourth one is random beams in random orders for a random amount of time. And yeah. So from subchamber 2, we can snipe him while he's charging, like this. We have to manually aim and just time our shots good. And for this, we can also snipe him while he's turning around. It's kind of hard to do with ice, but it speeds up the fight a lot, because you get damage in him while he's like doing this, where you usually couldn't damage him. But obviously you take some damage when you like let him charge at you. So, you know, if you're low at health or if you are really scared of dying, you should not do it. And then those balls are annoying as hell. Should always kill them, because they actually do quite a bit of damage if they hit you. Trying to learn when you have to shoot your shots, like at what part of the animation your shots will actually hit him, is really important, because if you keep missing like half your shots, you're gonna lose a lot of time. Ah, fuck. I'm bad. I was just stood in the bad spot there. Obviously, some beams do more damage than other. Power and Wave do the least, and Plasma and Ice do a lot. And since you can charge, since you can damage him while he's charging, come on, will you die? So you can, when you, oh yeah, the hits during the charge and the turnaround already count for the next color. So if I hit him now twice, this next color is gonna go over faster, since he already took damage now. So just 2 plasma shots should kill him, I think. There we go, yeah. So, and obviously plasma and ice do more damage than the other 2. So if you get if you get both snipes with plasma or ice, and then get power after, you have that really slow phase over really fast. So you want to always have a strong color before, like a weak color for the first 3. And For the last sub-chamber, you obviously want power and plasma, ice and plasma as much as possible. Plasma ice is the best for sub-chamber 4, and the worst is power wave. One important, or one mean thing about plasma in sub-chamber 4 is when he's plasma, he likes to just randomly charge at you. Right now I'm getting really good RNG, by the way. So as you saw, I hit both plasma shots, and then this phase died with just one charged wave shot. So that's why hitting those snipes with the strong colors is really good. Now we're getting one of each. That's not too bad. As you saw right there, he can just swap whenever he wants. Sometimes he likes to go plasma for like a frame, and then he switches immediately back to power, because he's mean. It was actually not a bad fight. It was way better than my average fight. Oh yeah, also if he shoots balls right as you kill him, the balls are usually still there. They can hit here after the cutscene, so you have to be aware of them. They can kill you. Be careful. Don't get killed by balls after you kill them already. That's really frustrating. Okay, Essence. Essence is a goddamn awful boss, and I hate it, and I'm bad at it. But there are different strats to do this. The basic theory behind all of them is when he lays a Phazon pool, and you go into it, your weapon transforms, and if you shoot him right as the weapon is transforming and move out right after, like you just go in the pool and go out immediately after and shoot while you're doing that, then you can attack him without actually draining the pool. The pool will stay there for a certain amount of time, like after a certain amount of time it just starts disappearing on its own, and it has like a certain amount of Phazon you can use. So if you just stand on the edge of the pool and just go in and out really fast, or not really fast, it depends on what beam you use, and it's just like a rhythm, a timing. You can damage him down way faster with less pools, and he always kind of lays a pool after a certain amount of attacks, and you want him to lay a pool not close to this body and not too close to a wall. So for the first pool you just stand where you start, and then once he spawns the pool you get in. And you want to get to the edge of the pool and then turn around immediately, so he's kind of in front of you, and then attack him as soon as possible, and then just go in and out. That's really bad. Yeah, okay, that was terrible. That was a bad first pool. And then after you empty the pool, you can go to like these things and just stand on here and wait. He will always do a fire attack, a roar attack, and then he will lay a pool. Like this attack. If he does this attack right after he did a fire attack, then he's gonna lay a pool. Yeah, like that. And then you want to kill the Metroids with a power bomb. Oh, come on. No. So yeah, there are different strats to this. What I'm kinda doing right now is 2-pool, where you kill him in 2 pools, which is where you do as much damage as fast as possible. There's a different strat where you attack cancel him. You can let him do his attacks, like start his attacks, and then shoot him right after he starts them, so he doesn't play them entirely through. And since he lays a pool after a certain amount of attacks, that will like make that timer for the next pool to spawn run while you're damaging him. So you can, you don't have to wait for the next pool to spawn after your empty one. Those are like the 2 strats. Kill him as fast as possible and reduce the downtime between pools. For attack cancelling, you just use Ice Beam, because Ice Beam is slower, so you have the correct timing. But yeah, I don't want to go into detail too much with that, because that is just too much to cover right now. Basically, move in and out at the edge of the pool and make sure that he's like not too close to the body, because then he will skip a pool. I explained that pretty poorly, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it, I guess. That's Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. I hope this is helpful for new runners. And like, I think this route and the strats that I showed should be the best to start with, because they are for sure the easiest. Way better, way easier probably than the current recommended beginner route or the previous one. I maybe didn't explain everything that well. I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm kind of bad at explaining stuff. So if there are any questions, just ask me or any other Prime runner. I'm pretty sure they're glad to help you usually. Let's see what the in-game time was on this one. Probably nothing good. $122. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Yeah, I guess, you know, explaining stuff while you go and stopping to show stuff and things just, you know, cost time, and it wasn't really that good gameplay otherwise. But good enough for what it's supposed to be, like just demonstrating how to do everything. Okay, yeah. So yeah, again, I hope this was helpful, and have fun with the game. Good luck.